that's where we are. We're hitting the big time, and you know we're going far.
Making the grade in Division I, Joe Raymond Peace report card for the 1989 Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. The 1989 season will long be remembered as Louisiana Tech's first season as a Division I-A participant. But for most Bulldog faithful, this was just another big stride for a football program with a rich tradition of winning. The 1989 schedule started with a visit to the Swamp that turned into a 40-14 shellacking of the USL Ragin' Cajuns. The main task that faced the Bulldogs was to stop the Cajuns' versatile quarterback, Brian Mitchell. Early on, the K-9 posse, led by Tony Smith, Mike Wood, and Nate Davis, stopped Mitchell cold and forced 2 turnovers to give Tech a 10-0 lead. For the game, the defense forced 7 turnovers and held Mitchell to 5 yards rushing. For this effort against USL, Coach Peace gave the defense an A.
Second down and 8, Tech just inside the 20, and Johnson rolls left, pulls up, wants to throw, throws toward the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. And it's Eddie Brown on a great catch. It was 19 yards, and I mean, he pulled it down right over the head, and what a great throw by Gene Johnson. He put it right on the money.
Eddie Brown had a big night for the Dogs with 6 receptions and returning a kickoff, 85 yards for a touchdown. Derek Douglas rushed for 119 yards and scored a touchdown. Matt Stover scored 16 points with 4 field goals and hit 4 of 4 extra point attempts. The offense and special teams each received an A in the victory over USL. The second week of the season took the Dogs to Kalamazoo, Michigan for a matchup against Western Michigan that resulted in a 24-20 loss. The Tech defense had an impressive outing, holding Western Michigan to 31 yards rushing for the game. Tech sacked the Bronx quarterback Brad Tales 5 times that totaled 45 yards in losses. Coach Peace gave the defense an A. Offensively, Tech played well enough to win, according to Coach Peace. The young offensive line began to gel. That was evident as the Bulldogs had a balanced attack with 136 yards rushing and 245 yards passing. The big plays were a 25-yard touchdown run by wingback Michael Richardson and a 32-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Gene Johnson to Bobby Slaughter. The offense receives an A. Coach Quimby's special teams had 2 touchdowns negated by controversial calls. Gerald Kennedy gave Tech good field position to go for the win with a 29-yard kickoff return with 2.5 minutes remaining in the game. But 2 more questionable calls destroyed the Bulldogs' hope for a victory. The special teams earned an A.
You know, I've never seen our players hurt so bad after one game because they knew in their mind that they had played hard enough to win, and they felt like they'd got cheated. And you know, that's what hurts me more than anything in the world, for my players to go out there, and coaches to go out there and prepare and work as hard as they can work to be the best they can be, and our players to do the same thing, and then things not fall into place for them, especially when they go and play hard like they did.
A trip to Gainesville, Florida to take on the Florida Gators resulted in a 34-7 loss for the Bulldogs. Except for 3 big plays, the Tech defense played well enough to win. Florida's Heisman candidate, Emmitt Smith, was held to 95 yards rushing. Coach Peace gave the defense a B. The Tech offense went up against one of the top defenses in the nation. Derek Douglas gained 112 yards behind his offensive line and a little extra effort. But the Dogs could score only 7 points. You've got to score more points than that to beat a team like Florida. The offense received a B. For the 3rd week in a row, the special teams performed well. Florida never hurt Tech with a kickoff or a punt return, but the special teams didn't give the offense good field position, thus receiving a B. 3 turnovers, a touchdown called back by a penalty, and a block punt cost Louisiana Tech a victory against East Carolina. The game ended in a 29-29 tie. The Tech defense was given a B for this game because of the lack of intensity. The defense did hold the Pirates to 94 total yards rushing for the game. Offensively, Tech gained 242 yards on the ground and 224 yards through the air for 466 yards total offense. Derek Douglas led the Tech attack with 201 yards rushing and scoring 2 touchdowns. This game also showed signs of a maturing Gene Johnson as he hit Bobby Slaughter on this 30-yard touchdown pass that gave Tech its first lead of the day. Great execution earned the Tech offense an A. Special teams continue to give the offense good field position. A little razzle-dazzle opened up some big returns, like this 54-yard kickoff return by Lorenzo Baker. Overall, Tech played extremely well, but missed 2 field goals. That gave the special teams a B. 5 games in a row on the road took its toll on the Dogs as they fell to the Akron Zips 31-24.
Well, it looked like we were running in sand, offensively and defensively. And like I say, I think that a lot had to do with just the matter of the road schedule and the tough road schedule, having to be up so high at that level each and every week. And not having enough success. I think if we'd have beat the East Carolina or Western Michigan, maybe that flatness wouldn't have been there. I don't know, and I never will know that.
Offensively and defensively, Coach Peace gave his squad a D. Special teams were the bright spot of the game, once again setting up good field position for the offense. This effort was rewarded with an A.
No, I'll tell you what, after being 5 weeks on the road, the most wonderful feeling. When I got back Sunday, I got down on the ground out there at IA Stadium and kissed the grass just to be back home. Believe me, it was a wonderful feeling to get back and play in front of your own people.
A 42-21 homecoming victory made IA Stadium an even sweeter sight. The defense earned an A by stopping the Northern Illinois wishbone attack. Glenell Sanders led the way with 19 tackles, and freshman Douglas Evans added 13 tackles in his first start of the season. In this game, the offensive unit really came together. Gene Johnson broke a record held by Bulldog great Terry Bradshaw by tossing 5 touchdown passes. The offensive line gave Gene good pass protection, and receivers made great catches. It was a total team effort that resulted in 42 points and a grade of A. Kickoff and punt returns were a key to good field position once again. Michael Richardson had this 57-yard return. The special teams earned another A. A 40-37 road victory of Arkansas State went 4 rounds instead of 4 quarters.
And now another fracas has broken out over the far sideline as both benches have empty. And this one is really getting nasty right now. There's not any pushing and shoving here. I mean, there are some fists being thrown, and both teams are going after it out on the field.
The defense stopped Arkansas State when they needed to get the ball in Tech's offensive unit's hands for the opportunity to win the game. That effort deserves an A. Anytime you score enough points to win on the road, you earn an A. Michael Richardson's 11-yard touchdown run with 2:21 remaining in the game provided the margin of victory. On this night, special teams proved to be the difference. Freddie Smith blocked this punt, and Douglas Evans raced 45 yards for the touchdown to bring Tech within 2 points of ASU. Gerald Kennedy returned this kickoff 77 yards to set up a big Tech touchdown. The only A+ of the season was awarded to the special teams for this performance. The Tulsa Golden Hurricane blew into IA Stadium with a highly touted offense featuring quarterback T.J. Rubley and wide receiver Dan Bitson. Tech stopped the Tulsa attack with a 34-31 victory. Tech spotted Tulsa an early 17-0 lead before making some defensive adjustments to put pressure on Rubley. Lorenzo Baker led the blitz attack that frustrated the Tulsa quarterback.
McVay goes in motion. Now they back away. Here comes the outside blitz, and down he goes. At the 25-yard line, Lorenzo Baker, and you can see it from here.
Rising to the occasion, the Tech defense can lay claim to an A. The Tech offense was without starting quarterback Gene Johnson, who was out with the mumps. Redshirt freshman Sam Hughes stepped in and showed his leadership ability as he passed for 171 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first start of his career. Derek Douglas rambled for 203 yards as Tech gained a total of 247 yards rushing on the night. With Sam Hughes at the helm of the offense, they earned an A.
Now they're going to go for it. They faked the punt. Now they're going to go for it. And here his flags go down. Rubley looking to throw. He's going to run. He throws it. Intercepted. The Bulldogs intercepted. And coming back with it is Eddie Brown. Brown at the 45-40. Midfield. He's at the 40. 35-30. 25-20. He's going to take it all the way for a touchdown.
This This play turned the game around as the special teams turned in another A performance. In a 23-6 victory over longtime rival Northeast, Sam Hughes had another good outing, building an early 14-0 lead before giving way to Gene Johnson. Johnson made a successful comeback after his bout with the mumps as he hit Bobby Slaughter on this 18-yard touchdown pass. Derek Douglas rushed for 177 yards, including this 31-yard touchdown run to start the scoring for the Bulldogs. Coach Peace gave his offense a B+, not earning a perfect mark because of the lack of intensity during the second half. Defensively, Coach Peace gave Tech an A. The line, the linebackers, and the secondary played extremely well as a unit in this victory. As usual, the special teams earned an A by shutting down the Northeast return specialists. The season finale for Tech was a hard-hitting battle against the Auburn Tigers. The Bulldogs came up on the short end of the stick, losing to the Tigers 38-23. For Joe Raymond Peace's offensive unit, this game proved Louisiana Tech had hit the big time. Tech rolled up the most yards passing and scored the first touchdown of the year through the air against the number 2 ranked passing defense in the nation. Tech's 399 yards total offense was the second highest total given up by Auburn, and Derek Douglas gained 98 yards, the second most yards rushing by an individual against the Tigers. Tech's 23 points were the most scored against Auburn all year, earning the offense an A. Defensively, Tech played well enough to win the game, with Glenell Sanders leading the way with 17 tackles. The defense earned an A. This game saw the only major letdown in special teams play. A 73-yard kickoff return by Auburn and a fumble on a kickoff gave the Tigers 14 easy points. Take away those 2 plays, and you've got a completely different ball game. Special teams receive a C. For Coach Peace, his staff, the graduate assistants, the student managers, and most important, the players, this was a very satisfying season for 2 major reasons. Number 1, stabilizing the Tech football program by setting the goal of being a winner in the first year as a Division 1A school and reaching that goal. Second, this unit built the foundation for the future of the Louisiana Tech football program as it enters into Division I competition. For the final grade, what mark does Coach Peace give the 1989 squad?
I give them an A, and I'd always give them an A. You know, because, you know, just the things they've done, the things they've went through to be the best they can be. You know, when you went through last year and you go through a 4-7 season and play some of the better teams in the country, and you ask kids to go on that road and play 7 out of your 10 home games. I mean, 7 out of 10, only 3 home games. You ask a lot. You ask a lot and you demand a lot, and it's a hell of a grind to go through that sort of thing. And for them to respond and for them to hold on to that rope and never give up, I give them an A. They're A all the way.
We knew it was 1 in a million. It was such a long shot, but somehow we got here together.